Hey guys, so I'm sorry I didn't get a project video up this week. My goal is to do one every week, but I just really didn't work on anything this week. I did a few rows on a hat that I'm working on that I wanted to get done for Christmas and just didn't have time to do it. And I got so burned out after that I haven't done it yet. But I really haven't done any kind of crafting this week, which is odd. I do have a little bit of time this afternoon. I've got the house to myself right now. And I thought I could do something small, do a little bit of a project, but I didn't want to force it because if I try to force a project, it just doesn't come out good at all. And I didn't want to, I don't want to give you guys crappy videos just for the sake of doing it. But I did have some time today, so I figured I'd pick up the camera and just kind of catch up, show you guys what I've got in mind. I have a box of, what would you call it? I don't know if you'd call it like sewing notions. I don't know. Okay, hang on. So I have my box of stuff here, and I thought I'd just show you guys some of the stuff that I have in it and where I got it and stuff. A lot of these are things that I find not many people use in their projects, but to me it takes your project from homemade to handmade, if that makes sense. I just feel like it makes things look a lot more professional and finished. These are things I got at Hobby Lobby. They're little brads with rhinestones in the middle. They're $4. I got them for half off because that whole section goes half off quite a bit. So $2 for 60 of them. I get the silver ones and the gold ones. And something like this with the brads, these ones are super easy because especially if you're knitting or crocheting, you can just put it right through the yarn and close it up. It takes nothing to attach them, but especially if you're making something for a kid, I feel like it really steps it up. And I hadn't seen ones like this before with the rhinestones, so I got those. I also picked up some of these the other day. They're just, what they call them, antique brass D-rings. So if you're making a purse or something, these are good to use where the handle attaches to the bag. These were $1.99. They're half off, so $1 for 8 of them. I like to pick little things like this up when they're on sale so that when my project comes on, I have them. Or I can base my project off what I have already. That's not related. I have some of these left over from the Sailor Moon bag I did. Just sew them on. I mean, I don't use stuff like that often, but obviously I'm going to hold on to them. Now these I got from Martin's, which is our local, what do you call it? Surplus and salvage, I think. These ones, okay, they don't have a color. I'd call this gunmetal, and then I have some brass ones. All, again, good for purses. These were 2 for $1. And I find that places like that have a lot of this kind of stuff. I know Martin's has a lot of it usually, like a gigantic box of it, because this is the kind of specific stuff that doesn't sell well at the craft stores, so it gets zeroed out and donated or sent to Martin's or whoever they do that. So I like to pick these kinds of things up. They were 2 for $1. Hair ties from when I was going to make scrunchies. I have some cribbage board pegs that I bought when I made my husband's cribbage board a couple years ago that did not fit. That was a pain in the butt. Let's see, I have a couple different sizes of these. These ones have a label. I think I actually bought these off Wish. And these were some bigger ones that we got off Amazon, I believe. Maybe this was Amazon? I don't know. I know I bought some off Wish. Which is another topic I'd like to do at some point when I have the money. Because I've bought craft supplies off Wish before. And they're like always the same quality from what I've seen as the stuff you buy in the craft store. So if you guys want to see a video of that, I mean, it won't be right off. I gotta wait till I have some money. Let me know, like comparing Wish craft supplies to normal ones, or just a, what'd you call it, review? But those are good for stuffed animals and stuff like that, obviously. Thing of stitch markers. Got those off Wish too. All the heavy metal stuff falls to the bottom. These I have 4 of these. They're just a faux leather buckle. They're all the same, all the same color. These were $1.99, but I got them for half off, so they were $1 each. I bought 3 because that was all they had, and then I picked up a 4th one. The next time I went in, they were on sale, so it was $4 for these. I want to make like a gray waistcoat and put these on the front. I'm thinking of doing like come to the side, have like a side opening, and put these on it. So that's a good deal for something like this. It's only $1, and all you have to do is just sew it on. I have to see though. I don't know if I actually want to deal with all the buckles. Yeah, like it's a fully functioning buckle. Like this thing comes off. So I don't know if I want to go through all of that when I want to take it off. I'll have to see how it comes out. Feel it out, you know? But that's cool. I got 4 of those. And there was one other color. I think it was black with gold buckles, maybe? These, I guess you would consider studs, is what they're usually called. Now, I have 3 of them. I have these black ones. Don't remember where I got them because they're in a different package now. I have these brass ones. And I have these ones. These were from AC Moore. They were 49 cents, so I got the silver ones. And I think I bought these ones off from Wish. It's got that same little tag on it. But even full price, this was only $1.99. These are something I love to have. That's why I have 3 different colors. I don't really get stuff in gold because I don't really like gold. But I think in the watermelon clutch bag that I did, I used some of the black ones to make like the seeds. These are so much fun to put in something that you've knit or crocheted. Just like if you make a purse, do them along the edge or a strip of them or polka dot them or something. I love the look of these things. And across brands, across where I've bought them, they're all like the same quality. I think it's aluminum because they're very light and it's very easy to bend the little tines in. They all the same length. These ones, these brass ones, I think these are from Wish. The tines might be a little bit smaller. But really, if you bend them in all the way, they're long enough to hold up. So these are one of my favorite things to use. I have one magnetic button left here. This is like a gunmetal. I actually have another one because I had to pick up a set for that little red purse. So I have one of these left. I bought years ago, when I was working at Joann's, the purse crafting section went clearance. Like we stopped having the whole section. Crap. At our store, so it all went clearance. So I picked up a whole bunch of purse handles, tons of these buttons, and this is still from that time. And this was, I don't know, at least 5, 6, 7 years ago. More than that. It was before we got married. And these are one of the best things for purses. I love them because my goal is if I have a bag or something, I don't want to have to use more than one hand to open it. So I really like the magnets. Ooh. I bought these, I think at Michael's. They're Jim Holtz. I actually really like the Jim Holtz things. I think these are technically paper crafting, but he does like a lot of the steampunk themed stuff. One was missing out of the package, so they marked it down to $2. And these are just, hopefully you can see that okay, just different metal bands, pretty thick, with different sayings on them. And I thought these would be really cool if I'm making a gift for somebody. I actually meant to put one on that shawl that I made last year. And I forgot. Or if you're making like a hat or something, you can put it on the brim or something. And you know what? I don't think there's even one missing. Because, okay, there's one in each of those slots. I've never noticed this before. I didn't look this closely at it. I don't know if you can see it, but this one has 2 in it. So the one from up here just slipped down into here and they marked it down. That's funny. I mean, in their defense, I wouldn't have noticed it either. But those are a really cool thing. I don't know where the rest of them are, but I did use these. These are Jim Holtz as well. They're real metal, but they're very light and thin. because they're made for paper crafting, but I use these on that little clutchy purse thing that I just made. And of course I didn't know where they were at that point, but I also picked these up somewhere. Bead landing. I want to say that was from Michael's. I don't know. But these are just clock hands. And I like to pick things like this up because you never know when you can use them. Like, I didn't plan on using these for the purse. These cool buttons. So, after Nana passed away, I got a lot of her crafting stuff. And she had some buttons. I don't know if you can see these. Hang on. There are some cool buttons made out of coins that she had. We have the Indian nickel, buffalo nickel, sorry. Buffalo nickel, that's from 1936. We have the Indian head penny from 1906. Then we have a mercury dime, which is really cool, and that's from 1941. Because you find these around, but you don't find these too very often. And then randomly, it's an Australia shilling from 1961. And I don't know where she got these, or why there's one from Australia, but those are really cool. So you can see they hammered these into a mold to round them out, and then just soldered those little pieces of link, probably like a rings. There we go. Those little metal rings that you get, and they just soldered it into the back. So those are super cool and super unique, and I'll probably never use them because they were Nana's, but that's a really cool thing. Do I have any other cool things in here? Oh, another thing that was Nana's, and she did show me how to use these, but I don't remember super well. This is a tatting shuttle. Okay, yeah, a tatting shuttle. So it has a little loop at the end. You wind the yarn, use the cotton thread on these, and this is tatting. And it's like, if you look close, it's basically like crochet around the loop. I don't remember how to do it well, but Will's aunt does, so I might have to ask her sometime to show me how to do it again, because it wasn't something I did enough to really sink into my head. And, oh, there's another one. And they still make these, definitely, but not many people do it anymore. I think they're plastic now. Tatting shuttle. So I was looking for some yarn today. I wasn't planning on making another BT21 character yet, but my daughter was really like, hey Mom, when you make Mang, you gotta make Mang next, right? You gotta make Mang. So I picked up some purple, and I have some blue left from Koya. So I was digging through to see if I had the other colors that I needed, and I do. So he probably will be along before too long. I was looking for those yarns, and I saw these two, which I really like the colors. This one looks a little brighter on screen. And I've been wanting to do something with them, and it hit me what I'm gonna do. Is I knew I had this one, which is a very large skein of like a creamy off-white color. So I'm going to make a bag, like a shoulder bag, out of this, and then I'm going to use the green and do like some top stitching and do like vines and patterns, and then I'm going to use this to make some flowers. And I have this one to do like the buds and the outsides, and I found this one to do like the inside of the flowers, because you know how they're always darker on the outside. Isn't that going to be pretty? Like very, what would you call it, light academia themed, very romantic Victorian. And I think I'm gonna make this one to sell. I don't usually, but I have a lot of projects sitting around that I haven't used at all. So I really just want to make it. So I think I'm gonna make this one, try to sell it. I just love that color combination. So that'll be along soon. I also have this one, which is such a beautiful color, and I don't have any idea what I want to do with it. I just know that I want to use it. It's like a beautiful, deep, turquoisey. I don't know. You guys have any ideas? What does this look like? What is this telling you it needs to be? I don't know. And I also need to do, I have to clean off my craft table and move the yarn boxes from in front of the sewing machine because I have 2 pairs of summer pants that I was working on. Tried to add a pocket, got frustrated, and threw it in the corner. So I need to finish those, and I need to fix some pants for Will. And I told myself I wasn't going to be doing any like big crochet projects. I was going to get the sewing stuff done while I had the sewing machine before we move, and then of course that's when I get inspiration for stuff. So I really want to do the bag. So I think I'll do this next. I still have to finish that hat because that was a Christmas present. And then maybe Mang next. Because there's only 3 of them left and I wanted to space them out.